Trekcast.
The galaxy's most unpredictable Star Trek podcast.
Live from studios in Michigan and Idaho. This is Trekcast, the galaxy's most unpredictable Star Trek podcast. Today on the show, we're going to talk about the fall of Star Trek, Starfleet Academy.
Oh, so not the season, the fall.
Right.
We're not talking about autumn.
Right, yeah. The fall. Plus, we've got Star Trek news and your listener feedback. I am Scott Bouters. And now, he just got back from getting his own emotional support targ. It's Daniel Reyes.
That's right. My emotional support targ. His name is Jeffrey.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good times.
So,
how you doing, man?
I'm doing great. Lots of news surrounding Star Trek.
Yeah. Basically, one big story.
Giant news story, which is what we're doing the show about today.
Yeah, basically, the show today is going to be about the cancellation and fallout after or the cancellation of Starfleet Academy and the fallout thereafter. There's a lot going on. It's not just the cancellation. There's also the fact that Alex Kurtzman, his deal to be the head guy of Star Trek, that deal is up by the end of this year. So as far as we know.
Yeah.
So
Dan was so distraught about it. He's so emotionally just devastated. He couldn't even make the podcast today.
Indeed. Yes.
So he's
prayers for Dan, guys.
Yep. He's recovering emotionally from this devastating news. So
yes,
he'll be back next time. But
inconsolable.
That's right.
Inconsolable. Yep. So hopefully Dan remembers one thing though.
Daddies help you feel good.
So,
oh my God.
Yeah. Just as he cries.
Yes. Yeah. It's gonna be okay, Dan.
Yes,
it's gonna be okay.
It will be okay. So yeah. How you been, man?
I'm doing good. Yeah, family's good. Spring is in the air.
Indeed.
So we were outside yesterday doing a little bit of yard stuff. We're going to be out today doing a little bit of yard stuff.
Oh, right on.
I'm seeing some motorcycles out there. So that's my cue to go change the oil in my Harley. So I'm going to be doing that this week and get the vroom vroom out.
Nice. Yeah, they are out in full force right now.
Yeah.
Up here. Yeah. So
because us bike riders, we all winter we're just like jonesing to get on our bikes, and then we get this first like 60-70 degree weekend, and people are like, they siphon their gas out of their snow blowers.
There's a little bar not too far from my house. It's called Cruisers, and you can ride your motorcycle into the bar.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
Really? I've never heard of such a thing. That's cool.
Yeah. Okay, so I didn't know if that was like a common thing or not. So
I've never seen such a thing. Ride it right into the bar, huh?
Yeah.
Wow.
And they've got tables designed that you can pull your bike right up to it and like just be at the table. So you're
sit on your bike.
Yeah.
That's outstanding.
Yeah.
I gotta go. This is near you?
Yeah, it's like 5-10 minutes from my house.
I gotta come to Idaho.
Yeah. It's called Cruisers Biker Bar.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll have to check that out sometime.
Yeah. It's interesting. I know people that hang out there all the time. They love it.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
So.
Yeah, the bike culture is, a lot of people have this misconception about the bike culture. 99% of the riders that I come across are just nice dudes. They're, and if you ever see a pack of riders, like if you ever see like a group of 10 or 20 or 30 riders, there's a 99.99% chance that they are doing a charity ride, or they're doing a funeral ride, or they're doing a burn camp, raising money for that kind of thing. So if you ever see a giant group of riders, it's not like in the movies. You know, it's
Right.
it's I you know one of the things that I've heard too is like, you know, if you're a kid, if you're a little kid and you get lost and you see a big burly biker, go up to
Mhm.
that big burly biker and ask them for help.
Yeah,
'Cause
I've heard
they
that
will
too.
1000% help you.
Oh
So
yeah, absolutely. Well, and most of them are like either former or current law enforcement or military.
military, yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
they're prone to want to help, which is great.
Yep.
Yeah.
So all right. Well, there's my PSA for bike riders.
Let's see. D Jammer says, "Hi guys." Oh,
What's
hello.
up, D Jammers?
And then let's see. The Trek reviewer, but the Wicked Witch rode a bike. Like a bicycle, I thought, not a motorcycle.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
That reminds me of that old Yellow Pages commercial where the guy shows up on a 10-speed. It says bike rally, and he shows up on a 10-speed, and then a bunch of Harley riders show up, and they like kind of
Well-
pat him on the helmet, and it's the tagline is "Phone first."
The amount that you dated yourself with a
I know.
Yellow Pages commercial.
Phone first.
There you go. I've never seen this commercial.
No.
That's hilarious.
I'll put a link to it. I have seen
Yeah.
it on YouTube. I'll put a link to it in the Trekcast Facebook group.
All right. Well, see, and that's a good reason, guys, to join our Facebook group and our social medias.
That's right.
Yeah, crazy stuff like that happens all the time. So you definitely want to be part of that.
Oh boy.
Okay.
So, do we want to get into this? Tell us what's
mean,
going on. You got all the crazy info. You got a haircut too, didn't you?
we're definitely going to be talking about it, and I don't know how much longer I'll be able to use the sound effect, but so I'm going to use it. And of course, that's our sound effect for Starfleet Academy.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't want to talk about this.
Yeah.
I want to change the subject. Can we talk about your haircut?
I mean, it's a pretty bad haircut.
I think it looks great.
I looks like a Monchichi, man. They left me looking pretty rough.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
All right. Let's get into it.
So all right. So like I said, we don't have a news segment. This is more of a main topic. So we're going to talk about the cancellation, the fallout thereof, and where we're at right now with Star Trek. So here we go. Let's get right to our main topic.
Fun will now commence.
All right. So if you did not hear the news earlier this week, Variety reported that Starfleet Academy was to end after its second season. The second season has already been shot. They are now in the process of editing it. So Starfleet Academy will have only 10 more episodes, and then it's over. The news on this came out on, March 23rd. So just 6 days ago. And it's really interesting that they let this slip so early, especially right after the first season, like literally like a week or two after the first season ended.
Yeah.
If you know about TV and viewing patterns and everything, you generally do not say that a show has ended before it airs, because most viewers will not watch that show then, because they think, what's the point in investing in it?
Right.
What's the point in watching it? Right. So
it's certainly not going to attract any new viewers. Nobody's going to be like, oh, maybe I'll go watch the Starfleet Academy and see what it's all
Now
about.
that
Oh,
it's
they already
ending.
canceled it? Right. Yeah.
Perfect. I'm going to watch it now.
No.
That's the thing. The article cites that the big problem with Academy was the lack of viewership. It had failed to make the top 10 of the Nielsen ratings for streaming shows. It never cracked that. And they even did a bit where, remember the first episode, they released two episodes, right?
Right.
Oh, snap. There's a intruder alert. Hold on. I think he's getting situated. Hold on. But intruder alert. Here we go. Let's bring him in. There he is. Looking all snazzy on his way to church.
That's right.
Hello?
Space Force,
Hey,
Elite
what's
Force.
going on, man? Can you
Did I
hear
lose
us?
you?
No, we're
Hey.
here.
Howdy.
Howdy. Oh, we lost him. Oh, there you go.
It must be
Chasman says good morning.
Section 31 must have cut him off.
Yeah, they cut him off.
Section
they don't
31 of
want
the
him to
Space
know.
Force.
Yeah, so yeah, it's interesting that they would announce that the show is over before it aired. Like I said, that's something that typically will completely kneecap your audience. But what Variety was reporting though is the big problem was the ratings, right? It never cracked the top 10 of the Nielsen, like I said. They even did the deal where they released 2 episodes, the first premiere, right? They had 2 episodes back to back. And typically the reason you do that is you are definitely trying to crack the top 10, because one of the ways to crack the top 10 is the amount of minutes that you watched. So if you have 2 episodes, you will have more opportunity for people to watch minutes of your show, so thereby doubling your numbers.
Okay.
Right. It's one of the reasons why Amazon will release like 3 episodes of a show before, at the start.
Yeah.
It's because they're trying to triple their amount. There he is.
Yeah.
There's Dan.
There's Dan.
Hey, sorry.
Yeah, what's
Sorry.
going
I'm in a rental car and I had the phone plugged in. I must have been going to the vehicle and I didn't realize it.
Oh, okay.
You look
Well,
snazzy.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank
Yes.
you. Got a special mission today. I could tell you about it, but I'd have to kill you.
Fair enough.
Understood. Space Force. Got it.
And I can't. And I like half the people on this show, so I don't want to. You decide which
Like
one.
half. That's right.
Think about it.
I don't think that's a secret.
He only likes each of us halfway. So between the two,
That's it. That's
Yeah.
it.
I listen to the show when I'm not on. So
Scott, it comes from a place of love.
of course I do.
Jasmine says you're going to church force.
Church boys. That's it.
I like
Yeah,
it.
that's what it is.
That's it. I'm slinging wafers today.
Yeah. He's going to the temple to worship the prophets.
That's right. The Celestial Temple.
Yep.
Just
So
tell the sister
I only
we said
have
hello.
a few minutes, but I wanted to pop in and just go on the record. My prediction: Batgirl. They're gonna Batgirl this thing.
Oh yeah, we're gonna get into that. Yeah,
Ooh, yeah.
yeah, we're gonna get into that. There is strong potential for that.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I was just
And
getting it. Yeah.
and I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
I'm okay with the franchise resting for a bit after Strange New Worlds.
Mm-hmm.
We don't get TOS Redux or whatever we're calling it.
Yeah.
But that's my short and dirty.
Okay.
I gotta get back, but I miss
Yeah,
you guys,
yeah.
and I'll talk to you soon.
All right,
sounds
take
good,
care.
man. Okay. Bye. Yeah, so that was one of the things I was going to get into is Dan's theory that they're going to Batgirl this thing and just never release it, because it costs so much to do this show, and right now they're in post production of making season 2. I think the estimates were it was right around 8 to 10 million an episode, for the first season. Now, because the sets were already built, that cost actually drops a little bit for season 2. So there is potential that the cost per episode is, a little bit lower, but even at what, like 6 and 8, somewhere in there, or 5.
The guy he says they're going to fund it by having Nala Egg open a Payless shoe source on Vulcan.
Oh God. Yeah, nice. So yeah, so I mean, there you can kind of like, there's reasons to believe for both, right? That you could Batgirl this thing, take the tax cut, and cut your losses, but also at a lower cost rating, maybe it's worth it to put out. But when you handicap your viewership by saying, hey, there's no more of this thing, that also, like, you're gonna have a lot less viewers. Your return on investment just isn't possible at that point, or significantly less possible. So it's it's kind of interesting that they let it out like this, right?
And this is the first Star Trek series that's going to go down in history as a failure. I can't think of another series that failed. I mean, if you look at Enterprise did end early, but I don't think anybody considered it a failure. It's still out there. I still rewatch it. Even Discovery. I don't think Discovery is considered a failure. It didn't last
they did what they
as
wanted.
long
5
as it
seasons.
did. 5 seasons, and it sort of lasted almost as long as they kind of wanted it to.
Yeah.
This was meant for at least 4 seasons, 4 years, 4 college years, and it got cut. It failed.
Yeah.
The original series was canceled and then was reborn. It had a rebirth, so it didn't fail. This is a failure. This is going to get swept under the rug. This is Section 31 area, and it's too bad because you can tell the people that made this. You look at the actors, these young
kids.
They're
passionate about it.
They're very passionate about it. They're talented. The lead kid I think is a great actor.
The actors weren't the problem, man.
No, the actors were not the problem. These guys are good. I love Robert Picardo and I love Tig Notaro. These guys have some talent.
Yeah.
It's fun to watch them on screen.
Yeah.
And I hate to complain about, there's this bandwagon about complaining about the showrunners, but I don't know who else to blame.
Well, yeah, I mean, the buck's got to stop somewhere, right? Typically it's at the top.
I made a comment on Facebook. I said, we like to complain about the show, and
That's right.
I was actually following a thread. I got it up right here. I was commenting on something that Darren Benjamin said. Darren,
former Trekcast
and
host,
Dave Ivey, the original Trekcast hosts,
the OGs,
the OGs, and they don't get on the Trekcast thing often, especially Dave.
Rarely.
But I said complaining. I was responding to Dave. I said complaining about the thing we love is part of the thing that we love, and Dave responded, "I could not agree more."
That's right.
I love complaining about this, but then they also talked about it just gets toxic when you complain about it too much and you just Alex Kurtzman this and Alex Kurtzman that, and I get that, but the buck has to stop somewhere, and I don't know if there's somebody above Alex Kurtzman at Paramount that's putting pressure on the showrunners. I don't know, why I know Terry Matalas is off kind of doing something else right now.
Yeah, he's doing the Vision show for Marvel.
And I know that Jonathan Frakes has said I'm sort of done directing. But I don't know. I'm disappointed with what's going on, and Dan's right. I guess we need a break. We need to build up.
Well, and we'll see how much of a break we get, because remember, they are working on that reboot movie. So if they're in pre-production of it now, in development of it now, so technically not even pre-production. So let's say a year and a half, maybe 2 years of development. So that's 2028, a year of then pre-production, 2029, then shooting it and editing it. So you're looking at like 2030, 2031. Yeah. That's 4 or 5 years.
Right.
That Star Trek's on ice. That's really not that long of a time between one iteration to another.
Right.
Plus, when that movie comes out, they're going to have other shows to go with it.
Sure. And if it does happen like that, it needs to be a big deal blockbuster. It can't be like streaming now on Paramount Plus. It needs to be 09 Star Trek. It needs to be something big.
It needs to be something big.
Rejuvenate the franchise.
Yeah.
Like JJ did in 09.
Right.
And like they did in 2017 when Discovery came out. I mean that brought some interest back to Star Trek.
Yeah.
People started watching again.
And I have some of the reactions from some of the actors on the show. Let's see. Robert Picardo said that he was, truly sad that they're not going to be able to produce any more of the show. He also said that he felt Starfleet Academy was very much a traditional Star Trek show. He's close to it, so I get it. I get why he wants to protect that. I'm sure he also feels like a fatherly role to the younger actors, so probably wants to defend his kids, for sure. William Shatner, Grandpa of Star Trek, he came out too, very supportive of the show and very supportive of the cast and crew, and just said how it was sad that it would be lost. Jaden, Kareem Diane, who plays Jaden, he was pretty fired up. Did said he loved the show and that he was proud of it, which good for him. He worked on a hard show, and did slip a little bit about season 2. So
did he?
Yeah, a little bit. He says it's all turned up to 11. His quote is, "It's gay as fuck," and vows to go out in flames. So, wow.
At this point,
might as well just go for it, buddy.
They might as well just Stephen Colbert the hell out of it.
Yeah, I mean, just do it.
Yeah,
So, yeah.
It's like what Stephen Colbert is doing right now. He doesn't give an F.
No,
he's saying whatever he wants. He's drinking on the set.
Yeah.
He's saying crap about Paramount and CBS.
Oh, Chasbin says we should bad girl it. What does that mean?
Whoa, I don't think I've seen that version.
Yeah. What are you talking about? It's a little early for such talk.
Right.
Yes.
Chad, my mom watches the show.
That's right. His mom watches. How dare you, sir?
Oh,
yeah.
Boy.
Yeah.
So the Trek Reviewer says, speaking of Star Trek TOS, have you guys watched the fan film series Star Trek Continues? No, I've watched a couple pieces of it on YouTube. I've watched a little bit of X and R and a little bit of stuff like that. Paramount was
we
real.
watched a couple of fan films on here for review.
Yeah. I just listened to my boy Robbie Duncan McNeil.
Yeah, best
and
friend.
My best friend and my homie Garrett Wong. They were talking about Garrett being in one of those Star Trek fan films with like Tim Russ and company. So
that's right. Yeah. I think that's
Garrett Wong was in. He was in one where he played like Commander so and so. I think Commander Darrett. And
so not Harry Kim.
He didn't play. In fact, when I think it was Tim Russ asked him, "Will you do this fan film with it?" Garrett was like, "No," and Tim Russ was like, "Well, you're not going to play Harry Kim. You're going to play Commander so and so," and I think he was playing on the Enterprise B to Captain Harriman, and it was like a mirror universe type of thing, and so I haven't seen it, and I know that Paramount got pretty lawyery about those kinds of things. So, which Garrett and Rob were saying, I get it with the money and the copyright and stuff, but let the fans make these films if they're not gonna profit off of them, because it just gets people talking about Star Trek.
Right.
And we've talked about it on the show before about fan films and copyright and intellectual property and things like that. And you're a writer. I mean, how do you feel about those fan films?
I get where they're coming from about wanting to protect your IP, and you don't want certain things in different light, and have people thinking bad things about your IP based off of something that was completely out of your control. But at the same time, part of when you write and when you develop, you're trying to create something that goes out into the world and hopefully resonates with people. And so to have such a passionate fan base that they want to spend their free time and money recreating your product and recreating your IP because they love it so much. I mean, that's nothing but good things. You know,
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
you could make kind of like what they did, a list of like, here's what's acceptable, here's what's not, right? Um, I think that would be good. I think it would be kind of interesting if they had released like official like 3D modeling so that people could use for their fan films. Like, here are some ships. It's not our mainline ships, but these are, you know, ships that are designed for fan films. You can call them whatever you want, but here's a 12 pack of different Federation ships, a 12 pack of Klingon, and like just give like something
Yeah.
like that, right?
Yeah.
And then that way you can say, you know, these are the acceptable pieces to use, and go with God on that, right?
Yeah.
So you're limiting but fostering at the same time.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh, I just want some good stories.
Yeah. So the big question now is what happens next with Star Trek and what happens next with Alex Kurtzman, right? So I read the big Variety article where they had mentioned the, you know, the cancellation and why it was canceled, but also in conjunction with that, Variety, what's one of the big trade magazines in Hollywood, they also have got a daily podcast. And the day this article dropped, they also did a podcast about what's next for Star Trek and what's next for Alex Kurtzman. And in that podcast, they speculated, because right now there's no confirmation. I don't care where you're looking on the internet, there's no confirmation of this right now. They speculated that this is an indication that the Kurtzman era of Star Trek is over. You would not say that the show is being ended like this. You would wait until after it aired to say that the show is ended. So that to them was a big indication that it's over.
Right.
But the one thing they did point out is that they don't think that means that Kurtzman is being booted out of Paramount. If anything, they think he will get another deal, but that deal would be to produce shows, not Star Trek shows, because he does have a track record of success of other types of shows as well. And this entire time that he's been making Star Trek shows, he has made other shows as well. Like one of them, I have the list here. One of them was The Man Who Fell to Earth, right? That started in 2022, and it's got an 87% with critics and a 78% with fans. So pretty big show. Another show that he's got is Clarice, which is like, I think, a Silence of the Lambs type show. But he's got a few other ones, yeah, that have been doing well or well enough.
I don't hate Alex Kurtzman. To paraphrase Stewie from Family Guy, it's not that I want him to die. It's that I want him not to live any longer. I just, I might be mistaken when I see that Star Trek's failure being Kurtzman's fault. Maybe it's not Kurtzman's fault, but I, like a lot of people, see it as Kurtzman's fault.
Yeah.
I might be wrong, but
it
seemed like we liked a lot of stuff that Metalis did and a lot of things that Frakes directed. And
Guy Gadboys 20 or 3010 says, wasn't Disney hinting at making room for fan creation on their streaming service? Yes. Oh, that was another big news story that happened this week. So yes, you are correct, sir. Disney was going to allow fans to use Sora to create AI content using I think they had like 200 characters that Sora would be allowed to use to create just fan content on Disney Plus. However, the big news this week, even bigger than what happened with Star Trek, is that the ChatGPT Sora is no more. The AI company has decided to pull the plug on Sora. It just wasn't profitable enough for AI slop videos, and so they're getting rid of it. Yeah, so that has stopped that idea. But that's not to say that's not something Disney wouldn't do in the future. Just right now, that idea of it is done.
Yeah, because I've seen some on like TikTok and YouTube Shorts and things. I've seen some AI created short films that
Yeah,
like involving like Luke Skywalker
yeah,
and like filling in some story gaps.
yeah,
That I mean, the CG is not perfect, but it's enough where it doesn't take you out of the story, and it just tells a story about this is what he did after Return of the Jedi, and this is how he dealt with the just after the funeral of Darth Vader, and
right.
um, stuff like that. And it's like, oh, this is kind of interesting. And the
Yeah,
dialogue's a little bit but it's like,
yeah,
with a little bit of spit and polish, this could. I would like to watch 90 minutes of this.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
You know,
Yeah, it's
and
that's one of the things they said about AI is that it would be a way to lower the cost and threshold to make quality films. So
yeah,
it just hasn't worked out that way so far. Um, we do also have more reaction about the cancellation of Starfleet Academy. Let me pull this up. This is from Bleeding Cool. But do you know who Andy Weir is?
name sounds familiar.
Okay. He is the author behind The Martian and most recently Project Hail Mary.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
okay. So he's out there making the rounds, promoting Project Hail Mary, but he talked about how he did not like the new Star Trek shows. In fact, in one interview, he said they were shit. Um, yeah, he went on to say that he Strange New Worlds is okay. He thought that Lower Decks was fun and entertaining, but all the other stuff just you can throw it in the bin. It wasn't working for him. But one of the things that he let slip was that he had a failed Star Trek show pitch or rejected pitch, and that he pitched it to Alex Kurtzman.
Hmm.
So I thought that was interesting. It says, here's the thing. I pitched a Star Trek show to Paramount. It was on Zoom with the showrunners, with all the shows, and I spent a lot of time talking to Alex Kurtzman. Um, I don't like a lot of the new Star Trek show, but he as a person is a really nice guy. But at the same time, those shows are shit. But he is a nice guy. They didn't.
They-
They did accept my pitch, so fuck them.
Okay. Well, I guess
So
we know how he feels about it.
yeah. So take all that with a massive grain of salt, because
Right.
I just thought that
I
was
mean,
so funny that
That,
he's just
that
out
kind of
there like,
echoes the way a lot of us feel about Alex
yeah,
Kurtzman. I guess he's a nice guy, but F him.
yeah,
You
yeah,
know, I mean, and I kind of feel like if that's true, that yeah, I would like him to go ahead and be successful somewhere else in
yeah,
Paramount.
yeah. Let him do his shows. Let him, something else. The Star Trek Reviewer. Here's the thing: that Alex Kurtzman might not be the problem. The problem could be the fact that most writers are not sci-fi writers, and the fact is that I heard that the producers do not care about pre-existing Star Trek canon. Yeah,
That's
that is
another
the rumor.
point. That's
Yeah,
another point. Star Trek canon. You've got two camps
yeah,
when it comes to canon. And I think we can eliminate like we can take the new Trekkies, the brand new
Mhm.
ones that were not Star Trek fans a year ago or 2 years ago, and I don't want to say that they don't have any seniority here. But if you take the old school Trekkies, there's two camps: those that care about canon, and those that don't really care about canon. The ones that don't care about canon are like, just give me a good story and we can get behind it.
right.
And then there's those of us that do care about canon because we think about old Star Trek and we're
Mhm.
like, well, wait a minute. If he does this or they did that back then, why are they doing it like this here? And it's a symptom of these writers are not just not sci-fi writers, they're not Star Trek fans. It
Right.
seems like, when they come up with things like the burn and they don't think to themselves, like a simple concept like, Romulans don't use dilithium as
Right.
power
They
their
use
warp
the
cores. They use quantum singularities. Why wasn't
Mhm.
that written into the show? It would have been cool to be like, oh, there was this thing where after the burn, the Romulans had like this big power trip, or something like that. They should have thought
right.
about that.
They conquered a lot, and
Yeah.
yeah.
Did they not see that episode or those 2 episodes or whatever? So it's like that, because Star Trek fans like us, we start screaming at our TVs, going, "Did you not see the enemy? Did you
Mhm.
not see the Next Generation episode that dealt with that? Like, hello."
Yeah.
So, and we're passionate about it. So yeah,
Oh, for sure.
care a little bit about canon.
I like this comment we got. How does Weird get rejected, but Colbert gets to make a Tolkien fan film?
Yeah, I saw that too.
Yeah.
Yes, for those that don't know, Stephen Colbert is going to be writing a new Lord of the Rings movie.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, I guess
With Peter Jackson producing it. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, he's going to land on his feet then, I guess.
Oh, here we go. Sean, dilithium isn't a power source. It's used as control rods to stop engines exploding. Sean, I normally don't do this for comments, but that buddy, that completely deserves this.
Warning, warning, nerd alert, nerd alert.
Here,
Yes, Sean. I know that dilithium isn't the power source. I know that the lithium
Uh-huh.
crystals are used to regulate the reaction, because dilithium crystals are the only material known to the Federation that doesn't react to antimatter. Thank you very much.
That's right.
But the point was that the Romulans don't use dilithium to regulate their reactions. They use a quantum singularity to produce their power.
First off, the Romulans should only be flying to the song Regulators if they're going to regulate. And they should always say Regulators mount up as they fly into battle. Yeah. Secondly, the chat is now getting filled with a lot of, well, actuallys.
Well,
Yeah. As the Star Trek reviewer says, also the Enterprise should not be as big as it is in Strange New Worlds.
right.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Why do we need starships if there's all the portal technology as shows in Starfleet Academy? Yes. Well, don't forget we also have the makeover machine on Starfleet Academy. So, there's all sorts of portals that you can go through. Yazbiz is very happy with regulators, shouting out Nate Dogg and Warren G. So,
I mean, if we want to go over, the warp technology, for I've got the Starfleet: The Next Generation technical manual right here.
Yeah.
So if we want to go over dilithium crystals and warp chambers, so.
Hey, Chad, if you want to join us on this discussion, feel free to X up in the chat, put an X, and I will send you a link, and you can join us. We just ask that you have a camera and a mic so that we can hear you and see you. Sean also says, quite simply, the burn was the stupidest idea and not
I agree.
well thought out. Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
It was poorly executed. Well, and I don't mind the idea of like a catastrophic Federation galaxy-wide event.
Yeah.
Its cause was dumb.
Oh yeah, the crying out for mommy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Kelpian temper tantrum.
That was
I mean, because that was a Q level catastrophe.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah.
That should have been a Q having a temper tantrum. Not a Kelpian. That should have been some kind of omnipotent being. Not. Yeah. But
see, I don't even think that. Like, if you wanted to say that somehow all the dilithium is somehow connected, because that's basically what they're saying with the crying. You got to say like it was an accidental discovery or something, right? You got to give a reason for that connection. You can't just throw that out there.
They could have connected it to the mycelium network and a frequency.
That would have been good. Yeah. I mean, you already had
because
that.
mycelium, right.
Yeah.
And that would have been a good way also to get rid of the jumping ability of Discovery.
Yeah.
Because the writers really painted themselves in a corner with that.
Yeah. Yeah.
So especially in Starfleet Academy. Can
Yeah.
Discovery help us? No. Why not? Well, we got to come up with an excuse every other episode.
That's right. That's right. We wrote
She's
this
a
really
dry dock.
powerful ship, and then
Right. Now we can't use it for reasons.
Yeah. It'd be hilarious if they would have been like, well, the plot won't allow us to do it.
Right. Yeah. I was a little disappointed that we didn't see Discovery. I get why they didn't, because it would have been pretty expensive to bring
we saw
a
it.
partial
It
crew
didn't do
back.
anything.
We saw. I mean, that could have been, honestly, that they could have taken the Enterprise D and like done a little refit, and we wouldn't have noticed the difference.
Damn, man, you're always thinking about the D.
I'm always thinking about the D.
That's right. Well, we got Chazbaz joining us. So let me bring him in here. He wants to be part of the discussion. Chazbaz, how are you doing? Are you sad after the announcement?
I'm in mourning today, so
You're what?
I'm in mourning that they can't.
As you should be. Yes.
I was like, oh no,
Yeah.
they canceled Starfleet Academy is over. So
It's over. The long national nightmare is over.
yeah.
Well, I mean,
everybody saw the writing on the wall, like even in the previews.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, this is what they're giving us. Like, they could have done so much more with Starfleet Academy. Like, they could have actually gone through how their training really is. And, like, I don't know. There's no philosophical moments in the show this season. Nothing.
Mm-hmm. The Trek reviewer, Discovery can't be used because they are needed to cut a pizza. What's hilarious about this is they sent
like
me a Discovery pizza cutter.
Mm-hmm.
Like
did they really?
Yeah, I have one. It's in my
that's
kitchen.
Great.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
I gotta get one of those.
Think Geek. I think they had one like that when Think Geek was open.
They had.
That's right, because that saucer section spins, doesn't it?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
It worked perfectly as a pizza cutter. I have
in theory, but when I've tried cutting pizzas with it, it's not that great.
Yeah, I have an Enterprise bottle opener. So.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, works as a bottle opener. It's kind of cool.
Yeah. So Chazbaz,
now you have to get the programmable matter detachable nacelle version.
That's right. Do you think Alex Kurtzman will get a new Star Trek deal or just a regular deal?
I think his 10 years over. It's he's done right now. Yeah. They're gonna sunset him, and then he'll probably be like J.J. Abrams, be in director's jail for a while.
Okay.
And then maybe 5 years from now, he'll do something else. So.
Well, I mean, he's got other shows that are successful right now, so I don't think throwing him in director's jail is the thing.
Yeah. But
I think they'll focusing him on other stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So they'll bring in somebody different, and let's hope whoever they bring in is faithful to the source material. And let's quit making prequels and let's go forward.
Yeah.
I'm
think
tired of the prequels.
I think one of the things that they're going to say, and I think you'll hear in the fallout whenever we start hearing about it, is they're going to cite the cost of the show more than the writing, which is a very fair point.
Yeah.
That the costs of these shows in relation to the audience just isn't worth it.
Well, I mean, they looked great. Like
they look fantastic.
But the thing is they never traveled anywhere. We never saw any strange new worlds. Never saw any different alien species. Never really saw anything. You have the one kid in Starfleet Academy. He's a fish creature, but it only showed his face once. And then that was second episode or first episode, you got to see his face. And then after that, you never got to see what his actual race looked like.
Oh yeah. Well, we got to
And
see
you even went to
glitter
his
vomit.
planet, and everybody was, human when they went to his planet.
Yeah,
I was like, if you're gonna have an alien world and you have an alien wedding, everybody
Yeah.
should be, in their own
something.
skin.
Yeah.
And
Well,
not
I think one of the big
like-
mistakes is that they interpreted wacky for interesting,
Yeah.
and wacky is not
Yeah,
interesting.
I think the thing is they had too many lower decks, maybe writers on here. Even though I love lower decks, but it doesn't fit for a live action
Yeah.
Star Trek show.
correct. Yeah.
Like
And-
I don't doubt that they had a blast writing it, coming up with wacky things for the aliens,
Yeah.
but that doesn't translate to sci-fi. That translates to comedy.
Yeah. And I don't know. Well, it's kind of like they try to do wacky this year on Strange New Worlds, and it didn't pay off either on some of
Yeah.
the episodes. And I don't know. I wonder if they're rethinking some of the episodes next season. Like, what are they going to do? So
I mean, they got 2
Yeah,
seasons in the can.
I'm bracing myself
yeah,
for
and
the
that's the thing
Muppet
is
episode.
they're doing all these seasons, but they can't course correct because they're all set on one trajectory, and they can't hey, we need to back up here, reshoot, redo this.
You would be amazed how much you can get away with in editing,
Yeah.
and how much you can change editing. But
Let's
Yeah,
hope they
reshoots.
well,
and
and if they're gonna release the second season of this show, at least give it closure.
Yeah.
Show them where they
which
went.
they can with reshoots. They can do a
Yes,
2-year time jump. They can do
I
a
would
graduation
like-
scene.
Yeah, I would like to
Yeah.
see them graduate, and I like to see them go somewhere and what they do, and if they get promoted or whatever.
they
So,
can play that
I
one.
think Discovery will show up next season.
Yeah,
And I
probably.
think there will be
Will be there.
I think there will be a graduation ceremony. I think you're going to see an end montage of going off to different ships. I think you're going to see the new Voyager. I think you're going to see Discovery. I think you're going to see
Mhm.
all these.
Enterprise.
There was a USS Nog. I think I think you're going to see all these ships.
Which
these
which
different
graduation
crewmates.
song are you going to hear at the end? Is it going to be that one from Green
but nice.
Day?
Green
Is
Day.
it going to be the Third Eye Blind
Time
one?
of your life.
Yeah,
Right,
the time of
yeah.
your life. Yeah, yeah. There's all sorts.
It's
There's lots of
Jumper.
victims.
It's going to be Jumper
Jump-
from Third Eye Blind.
Yeah, there you go.
I wish you would step back from this ledge, my friend.
Hey, it's got to be the Beastie Boys. So
Oh God. Yeah,
that fits in with
Yeah.
Star Trek.
yeah,
So, gotta have
School
some
or
Beastie
school's out. School's out for summer.
yeah.
Ah,
Oh, the Trek reviewer. Here's the thing: if you write good stories, you do not need you don't need special effects or CG every episode. That's true.
that's right.
That's the whole
Yeah.
point of a bottle episode.
Some of
Yeah.
the bottle episodes were the best.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Man.
they were the best.
They went
Well-
on acting alone and writing. And you're like,
Yeah.
oh wow, that was really good episode.
Drumhead. There's not a lot of special effects in that show.
Oh,
Yeah, and it's one of the
Oh,
best.
the one where if Data's sentient or whatever, what's it called?
Measure of a Man.
Measure of a Man.
Oh,
That's
okay.
the one too.
I was thinking Data's Day, but I'm like, that's not the one.
Yeah. Well,
No, Data's
Re-
Day is one of my favorite episodes, and then
Yes.
the other one that I just thought about was Disaster. Disaster
okay.
was a fantastic episode.
Yeah.
What's the one? It's the DS9 episode where the Cardassian is trying to act like he was the murderer. It's like the first season.
Oh yeah, yeah,
He's-
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
On trial. I forget the name of the episode, and it's freaking one of the best. of
Yeah, he
DS9.
ends up getting killed at the end by a Bajoran.
Yes.
What-
Yeah.
What's the episode where Gul Dukat wakes up Kira in the middle of the night and says, "Hey, I slept with your mom." Hangs up.
I love that one. It's like,
I
wait.
just-
I'm almost
Imagine
done with
being
my
in the
Voyager
writer's room.
rewatch.
Yeah. Imagine being in the writer's room. All right, I got an idea for an episode.
He bones Kira's mom, and she's gonna be pissed at him. So.
Yeah, yeah. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So-
I'm about to do a DS9 rewatch, so I'm
Oh, nice.
I'm watching I'm almost done with my Voyager rewatch. I'm doing it in it's coinciding with my listening
Yeah.
to the Delta
Oh, the
Flyers.
podcast.
Yeah,
Well, see,
and
that
they're
is
about-
so fun to do.
Yeah,
Is
and they're
like,
doing
find a show and watch
at the
it
end
in
of
order.
their Voyager rewatch. They're going to start up. This. I'm about 2 years behind on their podcast.
Okay.
But right now they're about in season 5 or 6 of Deep Space Nine currently. And so
Okay.
after they did Voyager, they hooked up with I think Armin Shimmerman and Terry Farrell maybe,
Okay.
and
Okay.
they alternate doing Terry Farrell and Armin Shimmerman, and they rewatch each episode of Deep Space Nine.
See, Sirach Lofton and Nog were doing one, and then
Yep.
of course, Nog passed away halfway
Right.
through it, or actually,
Yep.
I think it was like second season or so he passed away.
So earlier, the Star Trek reviewer did ask a question, and I meant to bring this up, but we were talking about other stuff at the time. But he did ask. So here's the question: do they release all of Starfleet Academy season 2 at one time instead of weekly?
Weekly.
And you spelled it as in week, not the time of day. Yeah.
Well, I
Yeah.
bet, I bet they dump it all at once. Like, because some of the shows they don't care about, they'll just plop it out there. Like
I
Disney did that
think-
with the. what
I-
was-
if they do the editing and actually make it happen, because that's a millions and millions and millions of dollars of investment to throw into a show that you've already said is dead, right? So I still kind of agree with Dan. I think putting it, Batgirling it is a possibility.
Well, they
even
need
though
a bunch of tax write-offs with this if they merge.
Yeah, that's the
They,
thing.
they
like,
need, because Oracle's stock's gone down quite a bit in the
right?
past few weeks. Like,
Yeah,
They're gonna have to do
Paramount stock
reshoots.
has been
They're going to have to bring some closure to it, because if they just ended on, okay, see you next year, or God forbid a cliffhanger.
Well, here's the thing. Allegedly, all the sets have already been put into storage, so it's not as simple as let's just go do reshoots. It's we have to pull the sets back out. We have to rebuild, like that whole machine to create Star Trek has been shut down. So if you're going to go do reshoots for like a week or two, it's getting the entire crew back, because now at this point the crew is on to other jobs, right? It's getting all the departments up and running, because they've had to have closed down their offices too. It's not just that the sets are down.
Yeah.
So it's firing up that whole big machine, instead of like, we'll bring the actor in and have them do a voice line, and we'll just cut away to a starship or something while their voice line says something.
Right.
Right.
And it's not like any other show can help them out either.
Right.
It's not like Strange New Worlds can help them tie up loose ends.
Right.
Star Trek Legacy can't help them tie up loose ends.
yeah.
Exactly.
Unless they did some kind of time travel episode, but how ridiculous would that be?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't see that. That's leading me to believe more and more that they are going to Batgirl it, because especially if they did some kind of, thing where the last episode is a cliffhanger. I mean, that's going to be so disappointed.
Oh yeah.
And if they try to edit the cliffhanger out, it's going to be a disaster.
Okay.
is Riker
all right,
gonna
this
show
is-
up at the end?
Let me tinfoil hat this. All right, complete conspiracy. This is based off of nothing.
Okay.
It's 100 grain of salt. But if you're Paramount and you're negotiating with Alex Kurtzman, because one of the other issues is allegedly the way the contract was written with the secret hideout is any characters or shows they created, they maintain the characters too. So in the future, right now as it sits, allegedly, Paramount cannot use Discovery or Strange New Worlds, any of those characters, right? That weren't previously a part of Star Trek. So they could be hanging over Alex Kurtzman's head. Look, you want season 2 to come out, you got to give us back the rights. We maintain all the rights. We clean up the IP issues. We own it all straight and forward, and then we will let season 2 come out. I could see that happening. And then the fact that they said it's over is also another thing over them saying, look, do you want this thing to come out or not? Because it doesn't have to.
Yeah.
Made them or
Yeah.
something.
There's already an online petition to bring to save it.
Yeah, there is.
Well,
There is,
I mean,
and that yeah.
if you shot it, just release it and at least give it closure. I'd say, like at least have an end. See where the kids go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'll be the end of that era, and then we'll move along from there.
They're gonna have to spend some money to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
We're gonna
pulling
need
up
some
the
montage
Well, to
shots
me,
of.
it's like if it's already shot, just either finish it or.
so there's the petition. It's sitting at 19,461 right
Those
now.
are all the viewers.
That's all the viewers.
That's every viewer.
What's really funny is like 2-3 days ago when this went live, like I watched it for a couple days and it was like at 1,000, 1,500.
It was
And then
bad.
only recently did it really just shoot up.
You know who
So
we
that-
should put on this if we want this to gain some momentum?
Who's that?
We should put my wife on it because I
Yes.
heard a
Oh.
rumor she's
Yes.
really good at
Yes.
skewing the results of these kinds of things. So we should.
That's right. That's
We should
right.
talk to her if we want to save Starfleet Academy.
She'll have her bot farm working on it.
That's
From,
right.
like, 300 cell phones, like with
Yeah.
different IP addresses.
Yeah. So what do we got left? We got 3 seasons, right? We've got 2 seasons of Strange New Worlds. We got 1 season of Starfleet Academy, allegedly. And then
Mhm.
that's it, man.
Kind of sad.
Yeah.
It really
There's-
is.
This is the first time in a decade no new Star Trek is in production.
Did you
so-
think a decade ago you would cringe when you heard a new Star Trek show, a new Star Wars show, a new Marvel movie,
No.
a new Lord of the Rings project? Because a lot of people are
Yeah.
cringing about that right now. So they're like,
You know-
they're like, not another. It's just like we almost
Here-
need new IPs, to be honest with you.
Yeah. Here's the big question I want to ask the chat. Now that, let's hypothetically, if this is over, if the Kurtzman era of Star Trek is over, was it a success? Is it a failure? Or was it just maintaining the status quo? What do you guys think? It's hard to say, man. Well, it's not hard to say. Personally, I think it's a failure. Yeah.
It's out there.
Personally, I think it's a failure because they went in with the mandate, right? When he first signed on, the mandate was expand the fan base, grow it. The movies at this point had done a pretty good job of introducing Star Trek, and now the point was to keep it going.
Yeah.
And now we're in an era where the shows are not breaking into the top 10. Very few of them have. It just never was as popular as it could have been.
And if this was on network TV, they would have already pulled it maybe second or third.
Oh
episode.
yeah. The
wouldn't let it
merchandising isn't
continue.
there.
Yeah.
They did one official Star Trek convention. We went to it, Strongbeard, and
Yeah.
the one in Chicago. Yeah.
Yep.
They did one official convention. They said they were going to do another one, and they never did it. Like it never grew.
Well, that one that the it wasn't done by the same people, but the one Star Trek convention I went to in Chicago last year was official.
Yeah.
But it was inconsistent. It was I don't know. I would like to have seen it advertised more. I found out about it kind of last minute.
Yeah.
There was a little bit of confusion at the place about what was going on.
Yeah.
It wasn't done like a typical like Comic-Con. It was so it was a little bit
Yeah.
the way they had it going on was a little bit confusing. But I think once they do a few more of them, they'll kind of get everything nice and polished. But
A waiting game makes a really good point. When your latest show doesn't even trend on your own platform, your show is
Yeah.
dead.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's
They
true.
even trend at all. Like when you used to have like old TV shows, old movies from 20, 30
Beating
years
it.
ago. Yes.
Yeah.
And you're like, wow, old
Yeah.
episodes of
Trek Reviewer
Yeah.
gives the Kurtzman era an F, and a waiting game says it's a gigantic failure, creatively, business wise, ratings, and everything.
How do you feel about the other fan base that likes everything that Star Trek puts out? You know, Star Trek can't do anything wrong, but they're coming after us and blaming us for the cancellation of the show. How do you feel about that?
I
It's all Trekcast's fault.
yes,
They're,
that's
they're,
right.
they're doing
That's
it.
right.
They're doing it to all the other podcasts too that are, blaming Kurtzman. And you're like, well, you got to point the finger at someone. I hate to say.
Look, we're not the only ones that have this opinion
No.
that this show is crap.
Yeah.
And
There
it wasn't, not all of it was crap, and not all parts of it were crap. We just said at the beginning of the show, we like the acting, we like the, certain parts of it.
yeah.
It looked great.
The looks were amazing. Like the shows looked amazing, all of them, even of Academy. Like it had a great look, but that wasn't enough. Like
No,
you had to have some substance.
You could spin that camera around like 30 times before.
Yeah, and I didn't
amazing.
agree with every like storyline structures the way like when they had what's her name, Sam, talk to the camera, and do that. Like that's not something I would have written, but at least they tried something different with such an old show. So that's cool. They're taking swings, but it just didn't work.
yeah,
It just didn't work.
yeah,
I think the other thing you can argue is, look, Kurtzman has been at this for about 10 years, right? With Star Trek. I don't care how good of a producer you are. 10 years of making a show stay at top, it's a very difficult thing to do.
Extremely. And multiple shows, not just
and
one
multiple
show.
shows.
Well,
So
multi-million-dollar shows.
yeah, multi-million-dollar shows.
Look at the cost of Section 31 last year.
Yeah.
Like, that was that in the 100 million or something. It was because I paid out Michelle Yeoh $12 million.
Yeah.
And it was just a one-off.
Yeah.
And it was completely awful.
I felt so bad for her too because she's got a lot of talent.
She banked.
Yeah.
I mean, she took the money and ran. I don't blame
Well,
her.
yeah.
She took the money and ran for sure.
I was like, 12. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's like, I'll be in a bad project.
What was it?
I'll
Michael
get a
Caine
Razzie.
was in I want to say he was in Jaws 3, The Revenge.
Yeah.
And they asked him like, what was it like making such a terrible movie? And he was all like, oh, I don't really know, but I'll tell you about the house I bought with the check.
Right. Yeah.
It was filmed in the Bahamas or whatever. So
Yeah.
Probably had like a really cool destination.
Yeah.
It was actually kind of nice.
Yeah.
Harrison Ford said something similar. He's like, "Don't you feel silly when you're playing like the Red Hulk and blah blah?" He goes, "That's what the money's for."
Yeah. And then he said, "Get off my plane."
You can see his expression because he's a matter of fact. That guy has no.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. When you're backing up Brinks trucks to your house, it's like, yeah, I don't feel so silly anymore.
Yeah, for
I'm
sure.
sure his wife and kids are like, "Thanks, Dad."
Yeah. But
well, I've got two things at the end here.
Yeah,
I
go
can
for
bring
it.
up two things. I don't know if we're winding down on.
Yeah, we're winding down.
Okay. I had mentioned to you offline that I was going to mention a little new segment that I was just going to bring up Trek birthdays if anybody would be interested.
Yeah.
And I was just going to mention half a dozen March birthdays since we're coming up on the end of March. I was just going to mention some birthdays, notable birthdays, Trek birthdays in March. Gates McFadden, James Doohan, John Delancey. We all know these names. Michael Westmore, he's a makeup designer for TNG at DS9. DC Fontana, she was an author in TOS and TNG. Leonard Nimoy, Marina Sirtis, and Big Papa himself, William Shatner, turned 95 on the 22nd of March.
Oh, is that all the
there's
birthdays?
Those are all the birthdays for
okay, great.
for March.
That's for them. That's right. So there we go.
You need the little horn going.
I have a news story I wanted to bring up too.
Oh,
this was
do.
a big one.
Okay.
So Firefly is back.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Yes, Firefly is back.
Yeah.
Nathan
Do you know who
Fillion.
they're missing?
They're missing. Okay, so this comes back
The
to
main person
on
that they need.
yeah, they're coming back. It's on TikTok and all the short form video platforms. Nathan Fillion, who played Captain Malcolm Reynolds. You know him. He's on The Rookie.
Yep.
He's been doing these little short films where he's been filming himself going up and knocking on doors to all of his former castmates of Firefly and teasing something. And they've been opening the door and saying, "Oh, is it time? Yes, it's time." And every single cast member, with one notable exception, Ron Glass, who's a Star Trek alumni, who unfortunately passed away a few years ago, has been in this teaser. And up until it was some kind of con, MegaCon or Dragon Con or Comic Con, something that was last week, they announced what it was. And there was a lot of speculation. Is it a bobblehead? Is it a podcast? Is it a crossover comic book? No, they are going to do an animated series for Firefly that takes place between the one season of Firefly and the movie Serenity. It's going to fill in that gap.
Yes.
And
That's how
they're going to
he's
have
back in the movie. Okay,
That's how he's back. Yes.
Yes,
Yep.
because I was like, wait, like he,
Yep.
yeah. Like,
so that's how Wash is going to be back, and they're going to have they're going to recast Shepherd Book.
That's right.
So
that's right.
So yeah, Firefly's back, baby.
Yeah.
I think that's a show that would have made it on streaming.
Yeah. Allegedly, Joss
Network
Whedon will not be part of it.
Had the viewership, and it just did not take off, and that could have gone so much farther if it was on.
No, Joss Whedon won't be part of it. From what the rumors say is they have his blessing, though.
Apparently they have his blessing. There are reports that Joss Whedon actually is still pretty active in Hollywood, but that he does everything as a ghostwriter.
Okay.
So, yeah.
And it sounds like Nathan Fillion himself is doing a lot of the writing, especially for the pilot, and it looks like the first episode is already written.
Yeah, and I'm sure they have writers that help him out.
Oh yeah,
Do you know who's gonna produce it and who's going to?
They said they said they've got showrunners, they've got backing. I think Disney owns all the properties now, so they got
kind of like Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Like they had that all written, and they're about to start shooting it.
Does that make River Tam a Disney princess?
Yeah, I think it does.
Fantastic.
Yeah,
fantastic.
So everybody's excited about that. Yeah, they're bringing everybody back. Yeah, everybody. So
nice.
You know, it's funny. I saw the movie before I ever saw the
Same.
A lot of people did.
Everybody was talking about this movie, and I was like, "There's a TV show." I had no idea. So
I thought the movie was great, man. Walking in cold, not knowing anything. Yeah,
I went in there completely blind, knowing absolutely nothing.
Yeah, I went with my buddy who loved Firefly, and he was like grinning ear to ear because he knew all the references. And I was like, I have no idea what's going on, but this is awesome.
Yeah. I downloaded. I think I illegally downloaded all the episodes onto my iPod. Okay,
wow.
And I watched it on that 2-inch iPod screen when I was overseas, and I must have watched the series, the 13-episode series, a dozen times on my little iPod. You know.
Man, you were just dating yourself left and right.
I know. This back in like 08, 09.
Yeah.
So yeah,
it's not as bad as watching pay-per-view with the little squiggly line.
Oh, the scramble.
Right.
Yeah.
The scramble. Right. Like, I'm gonna skip half the movie.
Hey man, I used to watch movies on my Zune.
Oh yeah. Okay.
I had a Zune, baby.
Yeah, people were making fun of me overseas. They're like, "Oh, you got yourself an iPod? Well, the Zune is the thing that's really going to take off." And I'm like, whatever.
I loved my Zune, man.
Yeah,
I think it was great.
Yeah. So this summer, my son's coming home from college. He's going to be
nice.
Moving back in here. We're all going to be sitting down and watching the whole series together. Firefly.
So he's coming back from Starfleet Academy?
That's right. He's coming back from Starfleet Academy, and we're going to be watching Firefly all the way
Nice.
through, and Serenity. So I'm very excited because it's the single greatest season of television ever.
Yeah.
And this is coming from a Star
we're
Trek fan.
as we're wrapping up, I got to make a recommendation out in the movie theaters. Right now, I just went and I saw Undertone. If you're a horror fan, yeah.
I thought you were going to say Project Hail Mary.
No, I might be going to see that tonight.
Oh my gosh, that's so good.
Yeah. No, I went
Yeah,
and
we
saw
might.
Undertone.
We might go see that too next weekend.
Yeah.
Undertone.
Undertone is a very cheap horror film that was made. I think they made it for like about $500,000, which is like nothing for a movie. And like I am very desensitized to horror films, right? Like I love them. I watch them all the time. Nothing scares me. This is the first movie in years, literal years, that really creeped me out. Yeah. So
I will pass that on to my wife.
Yep.
It's showing at 10:10 p.m. tonight if I go see it.
Undertone?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She loves horror films. I can't stand them.
Yeah.
I know my wife hates horror films.
Dude, it is creepy. It is so well done. Honestly, like if you want to watch it at home, it's not going to have the same effect because a lot of this movie is dependent on audio. Like it's an audio-based movie. And so the sound in the theater, especially in that dark room, really amplifies the scary. So if you're going to watch it, highly suggest in the theaters.
Okay.
Yeah. So
okay.
All right. Well, I guess
squeeze that in. It just sucks. It's at 10:10 p.m.
Yeah.
Like, that's kind of a bad time. It means we'll get out of there about
midnight.
Yeah.
It's only like an hour and a half movie.
Previews.
Yeah.
They like those 25 minutes worth of previews.
That's true.
That
you're looking at about 2 hours, but
yes.
Yeah.
But hey, see Project Hail Mary if you haven't seen it. It's a
yeah.
It
I'm
is
planning
an
on it.
excellent movie. Have you seen the Popcorn Bucket?
Yes.
Yes, it's one. Oh, that is probably the best movie I've seen all year. I mean, I'm
Nice.
talking about like if you like sci-fi,
Yeah.
100% go see it.
Oh, I want to see it. I just haven't yet.
And the book's great too. I mean, I couldn't put that book down when I read it.
We're thinking about going to see it. There's actually a couple towns over. There's a drive-in movie theater that's
nice.
Playing it. I've never been to a drive-in movie theater, and my wife mentioned it.
You'll hate the audio.
Oh, she wants to take you to drive-in, huh?
Yeah.
Things are getting serious.
Yep. I guess, yeah.
Yeah, you're like been married for years, I guess. I don't know.
So I got your popcorn bucket right here. So.
Oh no! Oh no! His mom listens to the show.
My mom listens to the show. Well, on that note, keep the emails coming. You can email me at strongbeard1701@gmail.com. You can email the show at trekcasttng@gmail.com. Check us out on all the socials: Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. We have a lot of fun over there. And give us a call. You can leave a voicemail. Just call us at 570-661-0001. There's nobody that's going to answer the phone. It's just a voicemail. Leave us a voicemail. Tell us your opinion about the show, about Star Trek, anything in general. So we'll play it on the show.
There is no show next week because it's Easter.
That's right.
But then the week after that, we shall return, and we're going to tell you the tale of a champion who came from a faraway kingdom to come to Earth to fight the forces of evil and to save us all. We're going to be reviewing the He-Man movie.
Yes.
Masters of the Universe.
Right.
Because
starring Robert Duncan McNeil.
That's right. That's right.
Yep.
All right. We'll have to catch you guys next
Star
time.
Trek related. So
yeah,
that's right.
So.
Sure. All right. Bye.
Bye.
This is Captain Benjamin Sisko of Deep Space Nine and Space God to the Bajorans. I have a mission for you. This falls outside of Starfleet guidelines. So I can't order you, but I'm asking for volunteers. Volunteers who will subscribe to the Trekcast YouTube channel, leave 5-star reviews on your podcast app of choice, and share Trekcast across your social media accounts. If we can make our audience bigger, we might have a chance against the Dominion. Are you ready? Subscribe, like, and share. Are you with me?